Yeah, hey, 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 hey. Skull gang, skull gang, skull gang, skull gang, skull gang, skull gang, skull gang. Skull all the way to the bowl, man. My team about to go get a ring. We don't care what the team doing, man. They ain't messing with the perp gang. It's our year, time to get this ring. Bring it home back to the skull gang. Skull gang, skull gang, skull gang, skull gang, skull gang, skull gang, skull gang. Skull all the way to the bowl, man. My team about to go get a ring. We don't care what the team doing, man. They ain't messing with.
What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another night of Purple Vibes in the Zone. I got my man Mike Sports Vibes. We got Zoe from In the Zone podcast.
What up, though?
Yeah,
what it do?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's give some shout outs to the folks in the building. You know, Purple Gang's here. Hey, you guys might notice some weather connectivity going on in Detroit and in Philly. So if you see Zoe and Mike popping out, it's because of that. Hold on. Boom. Nope. Boom. Boom.
Yeah, my bad.
Boom. 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 Nope.
Oh.
Boom. Boom.
Let's go Vikings. Get hype in the chat. Let's
there
go.
We go.
Shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now.
That's what.
Shout out to y'all.
Hey, we got Skull Mafia, Purple Gang in the
Skull
building.
Mafia, let's go. That's my homie right there.
That's right, Mary. We do meet again.
What's up, Mary?
We got Bob. I want a mock.
Let's go.
Hey, Tony's Take. Hey, always a friend of the guest and guest of the show. Tony Bell in the building.
Let's go.
What up, Davey Chains? And my dog, Rap Purple Pocket Podcast.
Let's go. Purple Gang.
We got My Worthless Opinion. Dave from Two Old Bloggers and First and Skull. Remember to tune in tomorrow, Sundays at 4 p.m. Central for Two Old Bloggers. And we got Skull for Life.
Skull for Life. Let's go.
And always, Nikki. So what's on your guys? Hey, just so everybody knows, there's a big old boxing match on tonight. So we're
let's go.
You know, I mean, it's purple and gold, but you know, folks want to see some punches thrown tonight. So
yeah,
we ain't gonna be on for like 4 hours tonight. So you know, so if you want to tap in, get what you said in. Hey, be sure to tap in. We'll get you on, and we'll get to it. So, what do you want to bring up, Mike? What's your first thing on your mind?
Man, it's a lot to talk about, and not enough time to talk about it. I just want to start with Jaren Hall. Jaren Hall is the guy. He's the myth. He's the legend. The one and only. What's the number he wear, y'all? What number he wear? What number is it? 16?
I think so.
I think it's 16. I think it's 16. Can he be the second quarterback? Can he be the number 2 quarterback on the Minnesota Vikings? Can he beat out Mullins? That's the question that everybody needs to start answering, because I want that pressure to be on Kirk. I want some pressure to be on Kirk. I don't want it to be, Kirk don't got nothing to worry about if he starts stinking up the joint. I'm not saying Jaren Hall is better than Kirk Cousins right now, but what I'm saying is I want a quarterback that's behind him, that if he starts stinking up the joint, we can put him, Jaren Hall, in the game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's what I want. I want some competition. I want some real competition, y'all.
Just like
let's go.
Nick, who? Yeah, it better be Jaren Hall.
If we need it to be. Talk to me, Zoe.
It gotta be Jaren Hall, man. Honestly, though, if Jaren Hall can play, Nick Mullen should not be the number 2 quarterback, man. We already know what Nick could do. Put Jaren Hall at that, give him the number 2 spot. Like, you can make him earn it, but in the back of your head, he gonna get that number 2 spot if he keep looking good like he been looking. Because on the back end, Jordan, like we all know, he's not better than Kirk Cousins right now, but you never know. We could bring to the game. He could freestyle because right now, if he come in mid-season, is no film on him, he might have a Brock Purdy type of year. You never know. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I think he can scramble. He a mobile, somewhat quarterback. Then we ain't never seen Justin Jefferson or TJ or the whole offense. We never seen them play off script with a quarterback that's mobile like a Jaren Hall. He should bring a different level to the Vikings offense that our favorite cousins can't bring to the offense.
First cousin. That's first cousin.
Our first cousin. It's really not no shot at Kirk. It just some things he just can't do. Then if Kirk start off slow, man, by the bye week, they better pull his ass. He ain't gonna be here next year anyway.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see what Jaren Hall can do. You never know. He might be a Russell Wilson type of player. Because Russell Wilson wasn't supposed to start when he went to Seattle. You remember?
Was he a first round pick?
No, hell no. He like a third or fourth round
pick. He was
a
third.
But you remember Seattle gave Matt Flynn all the money, the old Green Bay quarterback.
Right. And he wasn't
paid
that
him
guy.
All that money. But Russell Wilson looked so
Came
good.
In.
He took his spot.
Took his job. Yeah, so like I look at it like this, Zoe and Yogi and everybody that's in the chat. I want a quarterback with that swag, man. I need a quarterback that has that confidence that can make any play that's not always going by the script. Like sometimes you got to call an audible to get that touchdown, to get that first down. If that coach is saying run the ball and you see a play that you can possibly get a touchdown on and you got to throw the ball, audible and change the play. We need that type of quarterback that has that confidence and that swagger and that eager to win. I don't want a robot quarterback that's just like he just whatever the coach is saying in the headphones, he's just going to do it. So I just want something different. I want that swag. So, and I think he got it. He got a cannon of an arm. And what I'm hearing a lot so far, he's doing a lot, man. I know he's going against is the second team? Yeah, but still, he's still doing his thing.
Yeah. What up, D Will? D Will in the building.
That's a good sign because right now he could be sticking up against the second string.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
That's good. I just say
that gives me hope.
Yeah, exactly. But for the Vikings' sake, somewhere in the season, you got to play Jaren Hall to know what you got at that quarterback. Because if you draft a quarterback next year, then let's say him and Jaren Hall be in a quarterback battle, and Jaren Hall look way better than him. You know, wasted the draft pick on the quarterback because you ain't see what he got.
Yeah, and that's why this preseason.
Yeah, but I'm saying, let's say preseason he look good, but we know the Vikings not going to start him over Kirk. But at which point, if the season start going slow, do you pull Kirk and put Hall in? Because Hall will be the future for the Vikings.
Oh man,
you know what I'm
saying? My opinion, if we start off like, say, for instance, we somehow lose against the Bucks the first game, which I know that's not going to happen, and then we lose to the stinking Eagles week 2. Yes, I call them the stinking Eagles. I can't stand the Eagles sometimes. Some of the Eagle fans make me sick, and I know some of them are Sixer fans, and I salute to all the Sixer fans and the Philly fans and the Flyer fans, but everybody else, but the Eagles, can't stand them. But say we go 0-3, right, or 0-4 somehow, then I think they need to start considering looking at the future because we know Kirk ain't the answer. We need to start looking at Jaren Hall. And then, so if we go 0-4 or 0-3, I don't know, 0-3 might be too soon still. So I think 0-4, they'll start probably thinking, especially if Jaren. So we got to all cheer for Jaren Hall this preseason. We got to cheer for him and hope the best that he's making plays because if he stinks up the joint in preseason, it's over, man. And Mullins is going to be the start. He's going to be the second string. And we're going to have to draft the quarterback in 2024 NFL draft. We're going to have to go from there.
I'm looking at the schedule. The Minnesota Vikings got a bye week in week 13.
Wow.
So let's say Minnesota is like, so that 12 game, let's say let's say they like 4. What can I not 6-6? Like they under 500. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you put Hall in after the bye week? If we under 500 by the bye week.
I would say yes.
It depends on. I think it depends on the division. How is the division going? Like, is the Lions or the Bears? We know the Packers ain't gonna do nothing. I'm hating on the Packers right now. I can't stand them either. But I think it depends on the division. Like, say we're in first place in the division, even though we're under 500. Like, the division could possibly suck. You know what I mean? There's a lot of questions in this division. We don't really know how good the Packers are going to be. The Bears. I mean, the Lions, I think they're going to be overrated. Just my opinion. The Lions.
Like, we could say keep Kirk Cousins win the division, but shit, that's it. If we under 500.
Yeah, I understand.
If we
what up, Norse? Norse in the building, y'all.
Norse, what's the deal?
But
my thing, if we under 500, though, we not going to beat no playoff team. So,
I always go. Hey, Zoe, I always go to this right here. As long as we get in the playoffs, I feel like, I'm not saying that we have a real chance to win in the Super Bowl, but how many teams were a wild card team barely get in the playoffs and then won a Super Bowl, made a run? It's just all about the hottest team at the time. So say we go into the playoffs and we real hot, you never know what can happen. I'm just saying, I don't want to be like,
I know what's gonna happen, and we're going to happen. Hey, Mike, this ain't no New York Giants and Eli Manning or no Joe.
Yo, that's exactly what I was thinking.
I know what's gonna happen, and you know what's gonna happen.
We got first cousin. What are you talking about? We got first cousin.
Everybody,
Captain Kirk.
Hey, Zoe. Kirk Cousins is Mike's Santa Claus. He still believes in him.
I see. I'm hearing it.
Yeah, I'm trying, bro. I'm trying to have hope for 1 year. 1 year.
Hey, Yogi, like, did you really think last year we made the playoff, the Vikings had a chance to make it to the damn Super Bowl?
No.
Exactly. Like you can eyeball, like, we know out of each playoff, out of each division, conference in the playoff is who going to the Super Bowl. The NFC probably going to be the Eagles or the 49ers, depending on who can stay healthy. Now, the AFC is the Chiefs and anybody else. It could be the Bengals, the Bills, Miami if they healthy, the Ravens. But in the NFC, it just like the Vikings have to beat the Cowboys, Eagles, and the 49ers to get to where they want to go. Yeah. And there's some tough teams to beat in the playoffs. You for sure gonna have to beat two out of three of those teams. I don't see
what
that.
You think, Yogi? What you think? I don't know.
hey, we're not giving up 400 yards per game on defense.
Right. We got Brian Flores.
Man, I won't keep it real. We got lucky with a lot of those wins.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Defense that we had. We got lucky, and
especially that when I was watching the Netflix series, Kirk Cousins against the Buffalo Bills. I can't believe we won that damn game. I don't know how we won that game. I'm like, how did he fumble right there in the end zone? Like how?
Man, that was just.
It was like scripted. It almost was like.
But like this year, like people say, "Oh, is our defense was better? We would have did this." No, if our defense was better, it'd be another fucked up reason. It'd been the offensive line, or it'd been another damn excuse. Last year was the defense. This year gonna be another excuse. Oh, the O-line couldn't hold up and they were ranked 26, or the run will rank 20. It's gonna be another excuse. It's always gonna be a damn excuse to overlook the real damn problem.
Hey, Zoe,
that's just what it is.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Zoe. Are you coming at first cousin when you say those things that you're saying?
Exactly. We
talk about first cousin right now. He's our quarterback.
I like him. I hope he could get us to the Super Bowl, but I gotta see him this year though. I gotta see what he could do this year under pressure, man. Against the good
optimism.
Team.
There's a lot of
like the Buccaneers. I want to see what you do against the Eagles. Because from what
that's gonna be tough in Philly.
Because what I've been hearing from the Eagles camp, that boy Jalen Carter.
Bro.
They said he be eating their offense line up.
He sacked the crap out of
my boy
out of Jalen Hurts. I'm like, you got to protect the quarterback. This is just what are you doing, guy? He hit the court. Like, I didn't really hit him hard, but he still hit him. He hit him. He shouldn't hit him like that.
They say he been eating up their offensive line up.
He got drafted. What number? Because I heard he drop in the draft a little bit.
Yeah, he dropped in the draft.
How the hell?
To
character
the
issues.
Oh man, beast. But he's still not better than what we got. We got Tonga.
Who? Oh, you silly. I don't know what the fuck.
We got Roy.
I got faith in Roy though.
Hold up. Who else am I missing, y'all? Who's the defensive tackle that I'm missing?
Davenport. What the fuck do he play?
Davenport more of a
What the fuck do he play? I know for the Saints he played D tackle, didn't he?
He played D tackle?
Man, I don't know.
I thought he was a defensive end.
Man,
hey, we got Sodak in the building. We got Justin
Sodak, what's
in the
up with
building.
Yeah, man, man.
Yo. Hey,
Tony.
Cousins.
Hey, Mike. Tony said, "Stop
the cat." Hey, yo, I'm trying. No disrespect to my guy, because this is my guy. I'm about to say his name. No disrespect to him. If he's watching, no disrespect. Dan, right? That's his name. Dan. He likes Kirk, right? That's the guy that likes Kirk,
Dan?
right?
Who that?
Is it Dan? Who is the guy that likes
David.
I was just on David. Dave, my bad. I said Dan. Dave. That's my guy, man. I'm with him. I feel the same way he feels about Kirk Cousins. I think he's got a good quarterback, and I think he can get us a Super Bowl in 2023. I think he can get us a Super Bowl in 2023. Until he's not my quarterback, he's my quarterback.
I would love for that to happen. But for me not to be disappointed, I know what's going to happen. I ain't lying to you.
We got Jaren Hall now.
We need to play hard.
He's going to be our franchise quarterback.
We need to play hard after the bye week. If the Vikings are under 500, Jaren Hall need to be starting in week 14, man. Because what is we doing? We know Kirk not coming back.
Yeah, so we already know that.
What are we doing? I don't know,
Yo,
man.
all I'm going to say, and I just got to bring this up, trying to switch this up to another position. I got to bring up D Hunt for a second, right? Because my hot take was like the defensive line, that position is going to be the best part of the Minnesota Vikings defense this upcoming season. It's going to be the most underrated. If D Hunt stays, if he leaves, then I change my mind about that. But if he stays, I think this is going to be an underrated defensive line. We're going to put a lot of pressure on that quarterback. We're going to stop the run. We're going to do a lot of good things on that line, especially because we got Tonga.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this though. I got some bad news for you. D Hunt not staying here, bro.
Nope.
He's not staying here, man. I told you. I made a video 2 days ago. D Hunt will go to the Ravens or the Steelers. Both of those teams called the Washington Commanders, try to trade for Chase Young, and Chase Young is trash for real.
Yeah, he ain't better than D Hunt. Nowhere close.
No.
Nowhere close. So what you think we getting back? We trade him. Give me your. What do you think we get?
A 3rd round pick.
That's it. Oh. So a 3rd round pick, and what else? That's it.
That probably a conditional 6, 7, like I don't know, some shit like that. But a 3rd pick, man.
It got to be a conditional 1st round pick. Like I feel like something. If D Hunt gets about 10 sacks, we need a 1st round pick for that. That's how I'm thinking. I want some real capital because I'm trying to move up in the draft. If we don't win the Super Bowl with first cousin, aka Captain Kirk, we need to get our quarterback. So I think if D Hunt gets 10 sacks at least, we should get a 1st round pick. Start with the 2nd, and then it goes up to a 1st, or start with a 3rd, whatever. We need a 1st round pick.
Man, get what you can get for him for real.
I'll tell you guys how it is right now. Vikings fans are like the little child where the dad goes away to go get some milk and doesn't come back. That's how Vikings fans are feeling right now. We think he's coming back, but he's already
I know. I don't know.
He's already talking to new mistresses.
He doing a hold in. That's my first time ever hearing of a hold in.
Mm-hmm.
Then dang.
I think you had David, somebody on here talking about if he don't play this year, he got to pay this much money back. Listen here, man. Yeah. Listen here, Yogi and Mike. If I don't like my contract, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm hurt. I pulled a hamstring. I need time to heal. I need about 8
My
weeks.
knee hurt.
I need 8 weeks out.
Yeah.
So like
My leg hurt.
He'd have missed 8 weeks in the NFL. He'd have missed 8 games and we ain't get shit for him.
Yeah, so if he definitely if he's definitely saying, yo, I don't even want to sign a contract at all, of course, obviously get him out of here. If he doesn't want to be with the Minnesota Vikings, get him out of here. But if there's a possibility that we can get him on a 2-year extension or something, or
He
just
don't
a
want
1
that,
year,
though.
like say for instance, he wants a real contract. He wants probably like a 4-year, 3-year, 4-year, but we ain't giving him that. We ain't giving him that.
Hey, what up, Sarah? We got Sarah. What up, Nicholas?
Sarah? But my thing
Sarah.
is, why not you get what you get for him though? Like, why be greedy? Like,
because I'm greedy for a Super Bowl, brother. I'm greedy for a Super Bowl. I'm trying to win a damn Super. Like, this is my thing, man. Like, as much as I just don't want to get rid of all our good. I mean, D Hunt is debatably the second best player on this team. So if we don't get something worthy of a second best player on the team, I just feel like we're missing it, man.
Hey, Mike, let me ask you this. Do you think D Hunt is a top 5 DN in the NFL right now?
He hasn't been the last couple of years. He's been pretty good.
Okay, but look though. So will you say Dalvin Cook is a top 5 running back in the NFL?
Dalvin Cook. Nah. He definitely top 10.
He top 5.
He definitely. I don't know. I gotta look at the list right now.
But all I'm saying is, we let Dalvin Cook walk away. We ain't get shit for Dalvin Cook.
Stupid. That was stupid, though, bro.
He just had 1,000 yards last year plus.
Right.
I would let a guy 3rd round pick for Dalvin Cook.
But what position is more valuable? That's the running back position is so disrespected. Defensive end is one of the most valuable positions in the NFL right now. I'm not going to say it's more valuable than like a quarterback, obviously, but the running back position, you can just get rid of them. That's what they're thinking, right? So the defensive end is one of those positions that you could try to get them in the draft, but it's hard to get D Hunts in the draft, bro. Like, I don't care what nobody says. Even though we drafted him in the we drafted him in the 4th, 5th, something like that. It's not that easy to draft quality defensive ends like that.
No, but basically all I'm saying is, we know next year he not, like, let's say he played this year. Next year he gonna be gone. We ain't gonna get shit for him. Like, why not get something for him? Not then. Like,
I say. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
But look though, like you want a 1st round pick, right? And everybody in the comment section talking about they want a 1st round pick. D Hunt at 28 years old, he want to get paid top-notch dollar, and he got injury problems. You're not getting a 1st round pick with a player with all the red flags.
He was healthy last season.
That was last season.
And the season before that, he had coming off of that neck injury. He had like 6 sacks. Then
he had another injury too. Didn't he tear his biceps, some shit like that?
He tear something else?
Yeah, he had 2 injuries, didn't he, Yogi?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had 2 injuries. That's what I'm saying.
Plus, now
he's getting older. So for people to say, I want a 1st round pick, like how? Like,
all right. Well, I'm gonna say 2nd round. I just want to make sure we get something back, because I don't want to get rid of a quality player that you just like. Those type of players, it's hard to get. It's hard to get a D Hunt in the 1st round. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't want to be too quick to get rid of them and then don't get the right compensation back. That's all I'm saying. But I understand what you're saying, though. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but the Vikings, once again, they fucked themselves up. And that you supposed to be trade D Hunt. You knew damn well he
in that draft
contract. You supposed to get rid of him. But they choose to say he gonna play for us. You playing on this contract? No, the fuck I'm not. I'm a hold in.
And I'm trying to
preseason.
So if we happen to sign D Hunt to a 3-year extension, TJ Hawkins, and all the players all the big names, right? That means it's a guarantee that we are going to draft a quarterback because we ain't paying Kirk.
Right.
That's a guarantee. You know what I mean? Because we can't pay Kirk and everybody else. So it might be a blessing, Zoe. Hey, Zoe, I just thought of that. It might be a blessing.
Shit, the Eagles
not trying to say Kirk ain't the. Huh?
The Eagles paying everybody.
But that's the man. I don't even want to bring up the Eagles. I don't even want to bring up the Eagles because I can't stand some of the fan base, man. Like I can't stand it. I don't even want to bring up them right now, bro.
You talking about Kirk? Shit, Kirk said this year he'll take a pay cut to stay.
Kirk, I don't see that.
No, he said that though.
How much of a pay cut you talking?
Hey, hold up, Zoe. You get Mike all happy now.
Yeah. No, he did say that.
Mike about to throw everything out the window and be like, you know what? Sign him for 5 years. I don't give a fuck.
5 years, $5 million. 5 years, $5 billion. We got a Super Bowl, bro. We got a Super Bowl. 5 years, $5 million. A million a year. Let's get it done, baby. Let's get it done. I know that I'm just talking that talk. I know that he ain't gonna do that. But
he said, "How low we talking?
How low we talking, bro? If you're talking to like a $10 million less,
he just said he'd take a pay cut. And they said they rejected that shit.
Man,
I don't know. I don't know what to think. If the Vikings are going all in, they got to keep D Hunt. If they're not, then they should have got rid of Kirk. Then it just goes right back to Kirk. If you're not going to keep some of your, all right, Eric Kendricks, he definitely lost a step. You had to get rid of him. Adam Thielen, one of my favorite wide receivers. You had to get rid of him. He lost a step. Who else we got rid of? I thought they was going to get rid of Harrison Smith. I'm glad they didn't do that. But I thought they was going to get rid of Harrison Smith. They didn't do that. We kept Jordan Hicks. I don't understand that shit. I'm sorry. I don't like Jordan Hicks. And then
somebody else.
I would have replaced him with somebody else. But it's just like, if you're not going to go all in and keep maybe you can give D Hunt an additional. He got $5 million this year. Give him additional like $6-7 million on top of that. One year, just year.
They tried that. He said no.
He said hell no. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, shit. I don't know. But I know for a fact if we don't keep him, I don't care that Brian Flores is that guy. The defensive line isn't going to be that good. Because I'm looking at it like this. Like, D Hunt, I just know he's that bull. He's going to show off this year, man. I just have a feeling he's going to have 14 plus sacks this season, man. That's just...
So, Mike, you weren't hearing the previous show, Saturday Night Live, Skull Report, but I was suggesting we go back to the 4-3 defense. Keep Daniil Hunter so he can play in the position that he's meant to be in. You got Davenport on the other end. You can mix and match the interior defensive line, but check this out. You got Asmoa, Pace, and Scene as your linebackers. You got Byron Murphy and whatever Booth, Evans, Blackman or whoever on the other side.
I like it.
And Metellus and Smith as your safeties.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Bruh.
Let's go. Let's go.
Tell me we couldn't do some damage with going back to a 4-3 defense,
man,
and do some damage with that.
I like it. I like the way you're thinking right now, man. So what's your opinion? Do you think you talking about this season coming up, right? You talking about this season this season about to start?
I think we need to go back to a 4-3 defense.
And I think that gives us the best chance to win if we keep D Hunt. If we keep D Hunt, it's like you have to do that because you're not using him right.
Exactly.
If you go to the 3-4, I mean, it just doesn't make sense. So, and like I said, he got 10.5 sacks in that terrible defense. Just imagine if the defense was somewhat like okay. My computer. Yeah, imagine the defense was somewhat okay.
4-2-5. But 5. Was that 5 DBs on the field? You just said that, didn't you, Yogi?
Yep. Yeah. Or 4-2-5. I like 4-3 or 4-2-5.
Yeah, that would work, man.
Because then you could use Scene as a freaking joker backer, and he could just be all over the field, blitzing. Boom.
I like it.
Drop back in because we don't need Hunter dropping back in coverage.
No, we don't. Like that was stupid.
Dropping back in coverage,
And the man still had 10.5 sacks with that stupid behind defense. Just think about what he could have really did. We wouldn't even be having this conversation. We would be talking about signing to extension. He would at least had 14 sacks if he was utilized right. We would at least have 14 sacks. But not trying to change the subject, but I want to talk about this JJ. Did y'all see the catches that he's been making?
Yeah, I've been seeing some of them.
Oh my gosh, yo! Like the guy's amazing. I just hope, like, the Vikings need to sign him to an extension as soon as possible, because this is what I'm thinking. He's going to absolutely ball out, and the price is going to go up. The price is going to go up. Don't wait until middle of the season. Oh, we just signed no. His numbers are going to be too crazy, and then the numbers are going to go up. So I would sign him now, man. What's your opinion?
I don't know I really don't know what they waiting on for real.
Yeah. What are they waiting for? What the frick are they doing?
That's
like
crazy.
The man's a baller.
Yeah.
But
then like after the wild shit, I know he gonna get irritated with no contract. Like what y'all doing?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
My money, shit.
Hey, this question is for Luft or Dave, but Luft on the screen. Now, when doing contracts or with players, can they give part ownership or something in the contract, like value? Like, let's say they gave JJ, like, I don't know, some low percentage in the ownership. Is that allowed or not? It just popped in my head. I don't know.
I ain't never heard. I don't know. Shit.
I think they could, but I don't know if they would. I don't see why
he ain't shit but a wide receiver now.
I don't know if they're gonna do all that. I don't know if they're trying to do that.
So like, okay. People are saying no. I mean, to where, let's say, boom, you make $15 million a year, but in the future you'll have 2.3% of ownership. Or
no, hell, I don't think so. Shit, Tom Brady never got ownership. He deserved ownership. Shit.
That's what I was about to say. Like Patrick Mahomes.
Hell, you're like, what? He changed that whole organization around.
Yo, it's crazy. It just makes me, when I was watching the series today, man, I'm just like, gosh, Lee, why couldn't we just draft him? What was it about? Like, I don't know, man.
We got
Kirk Cousins, though. We got Kirk. Never mind. Let me stop with Cat. Let me stop. We don't want Mahomes. We want to keep Kirk.
Bruh.
I don't know what that one about, dog. It's just like shit. It's just, I don't know. I've seen enough of Kirk. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm tired of seeing his ass. It's like his ass been the longest Vikings quarterback I can fucking remember, man. He won't go away.
And so TJ Hawkinson. So Zoe, because I know last time we was live, you was talking about trade TJ Hawkinson. Just trade him. Don't keep him. Trade him. So if you're trading TJ and not signing him to extension, what are you getting back? You're the GM. What are you doing?
Oh, you getting a second for TJ, no doubt.
Okay.
TJ
right.
young.
Just making sure.
He a young top 5 tight end in the NFL. You getting a second from him for sure.
Yogi, what you think, Yogi?
I'm keeping TJ.
I'm keeping TJ too. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a keep bull.
See, but see, back to this though. Like, but look though, like how many targets y'all think TJ gonna get this year? Throw a number out there.
Kirk's gonna give him the ball a lot. TJ's gonna get more throws than probably our second wide receiver.
At least 148 targets or more.
He's gonna get a lot. He's gonna get a lot. I don't want to put no numbers to it because I just know one thing about Kirk, he loves the tight ends. Like when we had Kyle Rudolph, man, he could have stopped throwing to Kyle Rudolph.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think he's gonna be literally he's a tight end, but he's gonna be used as like a wide receiver. He's gonna be getting numbers like a wide receiver. I truly believe that.
I feel you, but so like let's say go ahead.
Because imagine, because now we have Oliver too. So if
he's gonna be more
a 2 tight end set where Oliver, then TJ right there, Oliver helping with that pass block, with the pass block or run block, and TJ still being able to go out for routes, and Oliver coming underneath for that little,
Let's go. Talk that talk, Yogi. Talk that talk, Yogi. Tell him.
Yeah, they could do so many
Tell
things.
him. We're trying to persuade Zoe because Zoe just wants to trade everybody. So we're trying to persuade him that we're going to keep some of the players on the team. Just at least a couple.
Only person I said trade was just Hunt and TJ get drafted.
Didn't you say JJ too? Or was it? It wasn't true, was it?
No, that was
D. That was
that was D Woods. Yeah,
that was D Woods. Never mind. My bad, bro.
I brought that up in the last show, and people were ready to have my neck. I'm not saying I would want them to trade JJ, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Is all I'm saying.
But look,
I don't know, man.
But look, Yogi and Mike, though, like let's say Josh Oliver come to Minnesota and he ball out this year, and he under contract for I want to say 3 years. Then let's say Jordan Addison, he ball out. Then Jalen Naylor take a big step. Like, what the fuck do TJ fit in? Then he want to get paid 18, 20 mil a year.
The only thing is the common denominator is Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins, as much as you want to say he's going to pass it to these wide receivers, I'm trying to tell you, he loves the tight ends, bro. Like he looks for JJ and TJ. JJ and TJ. And then the next will be the third option. Because we talking about the second option as Jordan Addison or KJ Osborne. It's going to be TJ as the second option.
Hey, Sarah said can't throw a check down if there's no one to check it down to.
I mean, facts. But I get what you're saying though, Josh Oliver. I think he's more for, I don't know. We'll see what they're going to use him for, running and just blocking, because we don't know what the offensive line is going to be. So he might be more of a help for the offensive line. He might not be a tight end that's going to be catching a lot of balls. I don't know.
Yeah, but if I remember correctly, in college, he was a good ass.
Yeah, he was a catcher. He was a catcher tight end. I'm just saying, I don't know, man. Like,
it's a lot of questions.
Yeah, and plus a lot of people got to get paid. Like, then on the back end, though, then on the back end, we can't put all the money in the damn offense. We got to pay somebody.
I know.
Like as Vikings fan, we want to pay TJ, JJ.
I know, right?
Like all these players get paid $20+ million a year.
Now, to counter what you're saying, you want to trade D Hunt, and he on defense? Pay that man.
But he rejected the contract though. He
he rejected the 1 year. He ain't reject no multi-year.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
So if you give him a 3-year contract extension, I'm pretty sure he'd take it, man. If it's worthy in his eyes.
I'm saying that back to what I'm saying. You want to pay D Hunt, then you want to pay all these people on offense. We still need to pay a D tackle.
Right. Yeah, that's another thing. But no one is shining enough for us to pay unless we get a free agent.
No.
Unless you get a free agent. Okay, you're talking about free agents. Okay. Yeah, because you can't really name nobody on the defense that you're like, oh yeah, we definitely got to pay him. Name one player on the team that's
No. I'm saying we got to bring people in.
Bring people in.
Yeah. Speaking of free agency, how do you guys feel? I mean, I'm all for the XFL players getting their time to shine, but how do you feel about signing XFL players? I mean, just as camp bodies, and us not signing any of these free agents out there that could actually make the team and be productive. And how do you guys feel about that? I think we should be signing some players that would actually have a chance of making the 53-man roster and not just filling the camp bodies.
We trying to win.
I don't know. Shit, I think probably. I'm assuming the people we signing are younger than the people that probably on the market, and they probably more healthier. I'm guessing. I don't know.
Hey, Yogi, you pretty much answered it by how your tone was when you were saying that. Like you was like, this don't make no damn sense. It don't make no sense. So I don't know. I just hope Kevin O'Connell. I mean, this is his second year. We're going to really see what type of coach he is, y'all. We gave him all the praise first year. A lot of the stuff was luck. And no Viking fan can deny that. Some of those wins was luck. So we're going to see second year. The defenses want to know what he's trying to do for the most part. and we're going to see if he can maneuver around that and get and still be consistent on the offense, and hopefully the deep. I know the defense is going to be good. Brian Flores is going to be on point with that, but we're going to see, man, because I don't know some of these signings. What's the guard we just signed? Bobby. What's the Bulls' name? I can't think off the top of my head. He was on the Rams. The Rams just released him.
And you were talking about how he was the second.
Yo, we got the first. This don't make no damn sense. That's why I'm saying, y'all. We got to see what he does the second year. The first year, Ed Ingram, rookie, #1 in sacks allowed, y'all. #1. Then we got the other guy. This past season, the Rams just released him. Know what he's ranked in sacks allowed? He's ranked #2. So we got the first and the second in allowing sacks as our guards. We didn't get no. What's going on, y'all?
Bobby Evans. Tony Bell brought it up.
Bobby Evans. What is going on? I don't know what to think. The guard position is. We got Ezra Cleveland. He's our best, and that's not saying nothing. Ezra Cleveland's our best. He's not even in the right position. And then we got Ed Ingram. Hope to goodness that he is better than last season. And then we just sighed. What are we doing? Can anybody in the chat tell me what we're doing? And don't say, oh, he's young. I don't care how young and how old he is. If you're giving up, if you're second in the league and giving up stats.
What up, East Coast?
What up, Dante?
It don't make sense.
No, I feel you. Like,
shout out to Dante.
Yeah, what up, Dante? What's the deal with you, my guy? I've been said that though. Like the
Shit
Minnesota Vikings did not upgrade a raggedy ass offensive line. Like, how did you sit back this whole offseason and say our offensive line good? Like
with a straight face.
Yeah,
with a straight face.
Like we don't need no upgrade for real. Like what? That's the part. Like that's the part I got confused on.
So that's an excuse right there, Zoe. I'm telling you right now.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, they're gonna be
if the defense is ranked right. If the defense is better, like say like 20 from 31 to 20, that's a big jump. I don't know about that good, but maybe. So what if it got that good, right? And then the excuse will be the offensive line. I'm trying to get the Minnesota Viking fans ready because there's going to be a lot of Kirk lovers, a lot of people that love Kirk, and I love Kirk too. He's my quarterback until he's not my quarterback. But this is the last year for Kirk Cousins, ladies and gentlemen. If he doesn't produce the numbers in the playoffs, because we will be a playoff team, we got to get rid of him, man.
I'm telling you this now. Week 2, it's going to bump everybody over the head when Jalen Carter is eating our interior offensive line. And
we got Bradbury.
Everybody's going to be screaming,
dog his ass.
WTF. Why didn't we fix
Bradbury?
He's going
to be right over Bradbury. He's going to walk his ass.
Like, yeah, I don't know, man.
Like the Minnesota Vikings did not upgrade the offensive line for whatever reason. I don't know. Like that's crazy to me. Like they're gonna pull out that same raggedy ass offensive line out there. Then the last show, I think David talking about they're gonna play together for 1 year, so they gonna be better as a group. Man, bullshit. The way I seen Bradbury get picked up in starting football games, is you a lie.
That's a fact, man. I mean, hopefully they do better. I'm optimistic they will be one of the top 2 offensive lines in the NFL this upcoming season.
Man, listen here, man. Bradbury is light in the ass, man. Jalen Carter gonna pick his ass up every damn play
with one hand.
Man,
with one hand. Yo, remember what was it? The NFC Championship game against the Eagles, and Fletcher Cox picked up. Who did he pick up with one arm? I don't know who it was on the Vikings offensive line. I said,
it was Bradbury, but he played.
It was Bradbury again.
But he ain't playing center though. I think he was playing guard or tackle or some shit.
Yo, Fletcher Cox picked him up with one arm. I ain't never see that. I was like, this ain't fair. Man, this ain't fair.
Man, that's what annoys me. We got a pocket passer, but he's got all these weapons, but not the weapons to protect him in the middle.
We're not built right. We're not building like we should. I mean, I know like I said, the positions that are the sexiest positions, of course, is the wide receivers and all that,
Exactly.
and the corners or whatever you want to say, linebackers, whatever. But you have to build in the trenches. Most of the teams, they either have a really, really good defensive line or a really, really good offensive line, or they probably have both. And those are the ones that constantly win the Super Bowl. Unless you're as great as Patrick Mahomes and you're a dual threat and you could, when I was watching the Netflix series, I forgot what team they was going against. The safeties were like moving up. And Patrick Mahomes was like, you gonna really disrespect me? Like, you gonna disrespect me? Like, I can't throw this ball deep on you? And he said it was against the 49ers. And he said that Bosa, he was like, y'all disrespecting me by having y'all safeties up on me, like, and then Bosa laughed and walked away. But that's the type of swag we need with our quarterback. Do not bring them safeties up. You better keep them back because we can throw the ball deep on you. I don't know, man. It's a lot of questions this year, but there's going to be a lot of answers, and it's going to start against the Seahawks August 10th when we see the Jaren Halls throw a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah, I want to see, like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know who the fuck our D tackles are.
Tonga.
Who the fuck? Like, how long he been here?
He been here last season, I believe, but he's underrated though. All jokes aside, he's underrated. I like Tonga. Roy, we just picked him up. Huh?
What did he play at? Like, what Tonga from?
I don't know, but I think he's underrated. What's it? I can't think of his first name. I don't know what school he went to, but
though, like, our defensive tackle position, bro. I ain't got, like, I don't know the fuck they even are for real.
We got Lowry from the Packers. There.
Like,
right.
I don't know.
Right.
Man.
So it's the trenches is the biggest problem on this team. Yeah, but I feel like our offensive line is a bigger problem than our defensive line. Only if we keep D Hunt, we good. But if we don't, bro, we're gonna have a long season. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with y'all. We're gonna have a long season. Because it's not even that he just gets sacks. They double team him. You know what I mean? Because they always looking for him. They don't want, he's that guy. So that opens it up for other players to get sacks. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah.
It's just like if he's not on the team on the defensive side of the ball, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough on the defensive line.
I don't know, man. The Vikings, dog, that defense play, man. They gotta get tough, dog. They gotta get some. That's why I said free agency, man. Y'all want to pay all these players on offense. You need to bring some dogs here in free agency, man.
Brian
somebody
Flores
with attitude, somebody that physical and shit. Because the Vikings,
we got Brian Flores.
The Viking defense, Flores, he could be good, but you can't make somebody have attitude. They ain't got no attitude. You can't make nobody play tough. Well, like, we need to bring some dogs on that D line that could clog us some holes and shit. Like, our defensive tackle is weak.
Man, look up Tonga when you get a chance, bro. Look up Tonga. I know I was joking saying his name, but real talk though, he's underrated.
He played last year, right?
Yeah, but everybody played last year. They all was terrible.
No, I'm saying he played last year.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
I don't know. I gotta see by him though, but I don't know, bro. You talking about some Tonga? I can't put my faith I can't put no faith in Tonga yet. I didn't even see dog play. So I read put my faith in the damn rookie for him.
But the number one thing for the Minnesota Vikings, like preseason, whatever, for us to have a real honest chance of winning the Super Bowl is health. Straight up. Because I know that our offensive line was hurt a lot last season. So health is the biggest factor for us to really make it. So hopefully they stay healthy and we're gonna see what happens. Because like I said, the division's up in the air. Like, I don't care what all these so-called experts are saying about the Lions. I don't care what they're saying about the Bears. I don't really care about none of that. We know. We watch every Minnesota Viking game. We see the Lions. We see the Packers. We see the Bears. We actually know. They're not messing with the Vikings. I don't think.
Ooh, I want him too.
I don't think they are.
Hey, I wanted him too, dude.
100%. We should.
Right.
I wanted him too, dog. Hey, ain't from like Oregon, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, I wanted him too.
No, no.
Was he tackle?
No. He was Baylor. I want to say Baylor.
Yeah, Baylor. It's some shit like that.
He's a tackle.
Yeah, a big tackle too, a big boy. Where did he go?
Not the Vikings, so I don't care anymore.
Where you go,
I
Dante?
know, right? Gosh, Lee, we should have got him, man.
What did he
Who's
get,
the GM, man? Who's the
what round did
GM?
he go in? Yeah, man, I
know,
don't know,
but
man. The defense should be better though. It just
He went to the Browns.
Brown. He remind me of the other Brown. He remind me what's my man name? Danny Shelton, some shit like that. You up on him? I forgot his name. His name was Danny some shit. He got drafted by New England. He remind me of him. But I think defense is gonna be better this year though. It's just I already
we got Harrison Smith.
That offensive line gonna be horrible, man. And
it's gonna be good, bro.
That's gonna be the excuse this year.
It's gonna be good. I think our offensive line is gonna be at least average, I guess. I think that at least average. And then when we go against like my bull Justin, his analogy, when we go against the real good defense, then we're gonna look bad. But against these other,
that's what mattered though. Shit,
that's true. That's true.
In the playoffs, you playing against demons. You ain't playing against no average, no shit.
Yeah.
That's where it matters at.
I just don't want Bradbury to get picked up by one arm again and then get thrown away. and get thrown into Kirk Cousins. But I want to give a shout out to somebody. I want to give a shout out to a player, one of my favorite players in Minnesota Viking history, and that's Harrison Smith. For Harrison Smith to be 34 years old and still be ranked in the top 100, 97 overall, I think he was 97th. Shout out to Harrison Smith for being that bull. He's respected. And I think that out of all the vets that we got rid of, I'm glad we kept Harrison Smith, man. I'm glad we kept Hitman. And I think that secondary is going to be all right.
Because he took that pay cut, or else he would have been gone too.
I know he would have been gone too. I ain't going to hold you, but they didn't even use him right. Like, what he had, like 4 interceptions last season? Something crazy like that. But they didn't use him right at all, man.
Hell no.
They didn't use the whole defense right.
No, man.
So some of the players we think ain't all that might really be good under Brian Flores. That's what I'm saying. Like this year,
I think defense gonna be way better this year though. It just I'm focused. My main focus. I ain't even focused on the defense. I'm worried about that offensive line. That's what people not talking about. Then Brian O'Neill still kind of injured. You know what I'm saying?
If that's the case, man, that's not gonna be good.
Shit, it look like
who's gonna replace him?
But
who's gonna replace him?
But look though, Mike, you know how I know Brian O'Neill still injured? Because they bringing in all the offensive linemen now. So they probably got the word he ain't gonna be ready for training camp like that.
Hey, what up? Hey, we got my boy Dante in the building.
What's happening?
What it do? We got the expert in the building.
Everybody in the chat room right now, just know this is Purple Vibes in the Zone. We go uncensored, we go unfiltered, we talk our talk, and you might not like what you hear, but hey, we're gonna keep it real with you.
It is what it is, my man.
And right now we think our interior offensive line
trash.
It's trash.
Beyond trash.
Yeah.
Hey, Yogi, it's beyond trash. Like Brad, I don't want to see him get pushed back with one arm again. I better not ever see that again. And we go against the Eagles week 2, I better not see it.
Man, Jalen Carter about to eat that D line up, man.
What do you think about Jalen Carter and the Vikings interior offensive line, Dante? What do you think? What is your hot take prediction on week 2?
I think it'll be better this time around than it was last year for sure. Are you guys playing them in Philadelphia again? Or are you guys playing them in
Philly? In Philly. I'm gonna probably be at that game too.
Whoever made that schedule, that's terrible. Y'all should have played them at home this time. But
I know why we always play them in Philly, man. What's up with that?
And the 49ers. We play them at their crib all the time.
It's like, damn, like y'all don't like it that much.
The odds makers there are not in your favor when it comes to schedule making, but I think it'll be better this time around. You know, JJ is gonna have, you know, with all the hands fighting and everything that was going on between him and Darius Slay. Because you already had what's crazy is AJ Brown came out and said all quarterbacks hold in the league. All right, so your guy he held all that time on JJ during that game. I remember that. I remember Darius Slay was all on him, bro. But I think it'll be a better game this time. I still think that the Eagles are probably going to come out on top. But and like you said, yo, that defensive line is insane. I don't know if you guys have ever had the pleasure of watching Jalen Carter play at Georgia. I mean, he without all that trouble he went through, he would have been a unanimous #1 pick in the draft.
Wow.
If the Panthers didn't need a quarterback, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
He would have been like on everybody's big board. He would have been #1. I had him in preseason polls as being a #1, and I even said last year, it was funny because y'all know I watch college football like a motherfucker, and I had told my guys, I was like, y'all hyping up Jordan Davis right now. The best defensive tackle in college football ain't come out yet, and his name is Jalen Carter.
Oh,
and then everybody started to feel the vibe, you know what I'm saying, as the season went on, and he just destroyed people. I forgot what game it was, but he literally took 2 defenders, or no, it was 3 defenders, both hands, pushed them out the way, got to the quarterback. I forget which game it was, but we were all watching that game. I was like, this dude's different, man.
Yeah. So Bradbury don't got a chance? Does Bradbury got a chance?
Hell no. With him and Jordan Davis playing together and Fletcher Cox are going to be on rotation.
Oh my gosh.
You got to deal with 3 different types of beasts up front because they're going to rotate them around, and it's going to be crazy because they're all different too. Because like Fletcher Cox, of course, he's the veteran. He lost a step a little bit. I think everybody saw that. Jordan Davis is strong as hell, but Jalen Carter's like, if you combine both of them together and gave him speed, that's Jalen Carter. So you got to deal with that on a rotation. Yeah. He gonna have his he's doomed. Yeah, I agree, Tony. He's fucked. For lack of a better word, he's fucked.
Hey, what up, JT Minnesota?
Yo, Zoe, you right, Zoe. We still gonna beat the Eagles though.
That's what I'm saying, man. Hey Dante, I just telling them the Minnesota Vikings should have upgraded that damn offensive line, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Minnesota Vikings trying to. They trying to pay all these toys, all this money, but they ain't got nobody on the offensive line or the damn defensive line.
You know, Zach Martin is trying to get a contract with the Cowboys. If I was Kwesi, I'd be on the phone right now. How much you want? How much you want right now to come over here? We'll take care of your contract.
Is he he's a tackle or is he a guard?
He's a tackle.
He's him.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He already had it ready.
He is him.
Yeah, he's him, bro.
Yeah, I trade for him for real.
Dante, I was already call this man and get him.
Get him.
I would offer him whatever he wants for Zach Martin. Seriously, if you want 2 first-round picks, he's a tackle.
Oh, we need him. We need him.
Yeah, if you want 2 first-round picks, send that shit to him right now.
2 first-round picks?
I think if you get so in the offseason when you guys got rid of Dalvin Cook, right? Obviously, everybody knows that the Vikings are trying to put everything in the pot for Alexander Mattison to be successful. Right. The best way to do that is to go ahead and help him out. TJ Hawkinson's gonna remember I told you guys this last year on Rap Stream. I said, or not last year, but earlier this year when you guys traded for TJ Hawkinson, I said he gonna help like crazy in the pass game, and he did. He took a lot of pressure off of Dalvin and those guys. And if you put somebody like Zach Martin beside him, it's gonna be insane what they're gonna be able to do. And Alexander Mattison will have no choice but to be good because kind of a litmus test for a running back, how you know if they're good or not. Oh, yeah, we got a top 10 line right now, but you can't run for 1,000 yards. Yeah, we might need to draft another running back or trade for one.
Right.
So. That's what you try to do. I think if I was a GM, that's exactly what I'd be trying to do is, okay, we got a couple young guys that we believe in, so let's help them be better. And if they look like trash, even though we got really good players around them, then it might be time for him to walk or for us to invest our money somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes teams have like the opposite effect. Of course, we're not all experts here. We can all speculate all day. But if I was a GM, that's how I'd be thinking is like, the younger we are, the better we are because our future looks a lot more bright. But if I could put pieces around that guy right now and he could be a superstar, why not? At least that player will actually feel good too. It's like what happened with Aaron Rodgers for so many years with the Packers. I know you guys are Vikings fans, but just as an example, how many years did they not draft a wide receiver to pair up with Devontae Adams for him? And he's like, guys, they drafted like 4 or 5 defensive players in a row in the first round. I mean, if I was Aaron Rodgers, I'd be like, "Fuck y'all too. I'm going to the Jets." And then they brought everything for him. What you need? Wide receivers? We'll bring all your old wide receivers. Oh, you got Garrett Wilson now. You got 2 great tight ends. Yeah, and I mean that's what players really ask for, especially later in their careers when they prove like, dude, I'm good without it. But imagine if I had it, how much better it would be too.
Yeah, you talking about Aaron Rodgers? He's so happy. He done took a pay cut. He gave
that's
crazy.
He
gave the boy $35 million back.
And that's the biggest slap in the face for an organization. I took less money to go somewhere else. Yeah, y'all are some idiots. All I asked for was another rookie wide receiver that could help me out. Nah, I'm out. I would do the same thing. I don't blame Aaron.
Yeah, they about to get Dalvin Cook in that thing.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, they going to, but I still don't see them making no noise for real.
What do y'all think about this running back situation? I know I talked about it on my show several different times, but I wanted to see what y'all's aspect of it is. Like, where do y'all think the blame is?
I'm gonna tell you
whole running back debacle.
You know who started that shit? My man from the Cowboy, Ezekiel Elliott. Mm-hmm. They paid him all that money. He ain't do shit. But on the back end, though, every player is different. Like, I just seen my man Jonathan Taylor. He just asked for a trade. They not trying to pay him. Like Barkley, he got played. They holding the running backs. That's bold, though, for real, man. Because everybody different. Like Ezekiel Elliott, all he want to do was party. Like, we done seen people upload video of him with female with some white powder on the table. He's smoking weed and shit. No, for real though.
Hey, man, that's crazy.
Like Ezekiel Elliott, all he want to do was party, and then after he got paid, he ain't do shit.
So let me spin it like this and get y'all thoughts on this, because I honestly think that they have failed themselves. And what I mean by that is, yes, Ezekiel Elliott got paid, but Ezekiel Elliott, no matter what he went through, he always ran for 1,400 yards a season. You can blame that on him having such a great offensive line, but he still did it. So when you look at the money, it was kind of well spent because he was always a great. I think he actually led in yards one year. I think he was a Russian yards king one year. So I think that the blame should be on themselves, starting with Bijan Robinson. Y'all know that the dude signed like a 2-year, $23 million contract, which he's like, technically with the incentives that he's got, he's the highest paid running back and he's a rookie. So I'm always wondering like this.
A 2-year deal?
Yeah. I think it was like a 2-year deal.
You mean a 4-year?
It might be 4 years. I know he's making like $23 million like in 2 years or something like that. It's something ridiculous. He went to the Falcons.
What round? First round?
The first round. Yeah, he was like the 9th overall pick for a running back, which is insane. If I was like Dalvin Cook and the rest of the guys, Saquon, I would have been like on the phone like, how the hell is a rookie making more than us that hasn't even touched a blade of grass in the NFL yet? Where's my money at? They should have been unhappy with that, to me. And Dalvin actually didn't do him any favors when he turned down Miami's offer too. So it's kind of like you guys are screwing yourselves and don't even know it. You guys want to come together and be like, we should have more money, but then every turn comes up. Bijan Robinson, running back, screwed y'all as a rookie. Dalvin Cook don't want to take the $10 million that Miami offered him. He screwed y'all too. So that's honestly what I think about it. It's like, is it unfair? It is. And then you're going to allow your quarterback to just make this extraordinary amount of money too? Why y'all ain't hollering for that?
Like
it's like they're not speaking loud enough when the time is right. It's the wrong time to start speaking up, and now people don't care.
I think a lot of the late round, the running backs that got drafted in the late round, they did a really good. What's the bull? Hunt? What round did he get drafted in?
Who, Kareem Hunt?
What round did he get drafted in?
I think he was the first.
He was the first round.
It was a second round pick. You talking about?
I don't know what running back it was, but I know the running back that was on the Chiefs. I believe it was someone that was on the Chiefs, and it was. But I don't know.
It was Kareem Hunt.
Who's the running back? Who's the running back right now for them? Is it Hunt?
Nick Chubb. No. Oh no. For the Chiefs.
And what round did he get drafted in?
7.
Yeah, Pacheco was like a 7th round.
That's pick. What the problem is. So now but not everybody has a freaking Patrick Mahomes. But I'm just saying, like, the running backs, they're being productive enough in these late rounds to not pay these running backs, man. they're being productive in the late round. So if you got a 7th round pick being productive enough, why am I going to draft a running back in the 1st round, or not even just that, pay him after the 1st contract, after his rookie contract is over? Why am I going to pay him when I could just draft another running back in a later round and get it for the low?
Right, but like
so,
he not
so right. So it's just like the last running back that really was productive that got that, besides Ezekiel Elliott, because he was productive. Then he started acting, I don't know. But the last running back that got a big contract that was productive was AP, in my opinion. When AP got that $100 million contract, nobody can say he didn't deserve that $100 million. Like, he was debatably the best.
You make a good point
for a very long time. So
you can draft a lot of running backs. I'm gonna make like 3 good points to you guys, because I don't know if you guys seen the college show this week that we did. This is what I said, because I had to do some research. My boy Fisher was like, do you think this saturates the running back market even for college guys? So I went and kind of dug deep. How much do you guys think every single year? What's the average for the top, let's say the top 20? I think I did the top 20. The top 20 running backs in college last year. What do you think the average yardage that they had for that year was? Like, how many yards do you think they ran for? The top 20 on average.
687.
I'm gonna say 1,200.
You're almost there, Mike. What'd you say, Zoe?
Oh no, I thought you said no. I misheard what you said.
No, for the year, like what was the total?
For the year, I thought you said probably about I say 1,000 too though, for real.
That's what the McBride had. McBride had how much?
17, I believe.
Right, and he was a 7th round pick.
So the top 20, what they average a year, 1,400 yards.
Dang.
What do you think? Okay, so the same question for touchdowns. What's the normal for the top 20 in touchdowns, for total touchdowns that year? Just rushing touchdowns, not receiving.
What about
17?
That's a good guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna say about
14.
14 on the head. So if the top 20 running backs that are coming out every single year run for 1,400 yards and 14 touchdowns, yeah, that's pretty saturated, right? Yeah. And it's hard to stand. It's hard to stand out.
Right?
Now, who do you think was number 2? Now, this is all the research I did, and Yogi knows how I feel about this one player. Who do you think was number 2 in yardage and tied number 1 for touchdowns last year?
And I'm pissed that the Lions got him and we didn't get him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know the bull. What's the bull's name?
Muhammad Ibrahim from Minnesota. After a torn Achilles, he went undrafted to the Lions. If that doesn't prove your point right there, Mike, I don't know what does. People can choose a running back wherever the fuck they want to. And my boy Soren made a good point. He's like, if you ain't catching like McCaffrey and you ain't running as hard as Derrick Henry, you ain't going to be a starter for very, very long. I was like, nail on the head.
And you know what's sad, y'all? The running backs like made dynasties back in the day. If Emmitt Smith wasn't on the Cowboys, I don't care that they had Michael Irvin and all the. If you don't stop Emmitt Smith, y'all gonna lose. That's why they was a dynasty in the 90s. Like, and it's just sad because it's just like the NFL wouldn't be where it's at right now if it wasn't for the running backs. I don't care what nobody says. They're disrespected, but I understand they do a lot though. They catch, they block, and of course they run. So it's like. Maybe they need to have like a separate pay or something. I don't know how they're going to do it, but
this is my prediction on what's going to happen in the future. I'm gonna ask you guys a question that's going to lead right into that. Actually, it's not a question. I'm gonna just say the statement. We don't have fullbacks anymore, right? Kyle Juszczyk and the dude out of Ravens are the only fullbacks.
We got one, CJ Ham.
Yeah, CJ Ham, right? Those are like the 3 in the NFL out of 32 teams, right? That actually play a fullback position.
Yeah.
Fullback in the National Football League is just a glorified tight end now. They don't even put them on the roster anymore. They just draft a tight end and then just fill them in on certain packages. Yeah. I think that the running back position in the next 10 years is going to totally go away, and we're going to be calling them tailbacks once again. I don't know if you guys play little boy ball where, you know, the first system that you learn is the wing tee, where you got 2 wide receivers on the outside and that tailback that sits right behind the left tackle or a tight end, right? And he's getting most of the running plays. Tailback is going to come back, and it's just going to be a glorified slot receiver because that's what they're molding this into be. I don't even think that with the whole saturation that's going on, like I explained, and the way that they're setting these guys up, I think that that's just the wave right now. people are just going to be tailbacks, which is going to be a glorified slot receiver in the future. I just feel like it's going in that direction.
It sucks because one of my favorite of course, AP is one of my favorite running backs, and then LT with Daniel Thomason. Like it just kind of sucks that it's like the running back position is like disappearing. And
they get
bad.
older and older. Like Bijan Robinson is younger compared to a lot of the guys that came out. And like Tony said, like Mo Ibrahim played 6 years in college because of injuries and stuff like that, and COVID year and all that stuff. So like this next, like I think next year is the last year that we're going to experience all that stuff with a lot of older players. But running backs are not doing them any favors because like they're transferring and getting older and older and older too. And everybody knows the shelf life for a running back on average is like 28 years old, which by the time they come out of college, they're like 23, 24 now. And it's like, I don't really need you. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going to be a backup the rest of your career until you get 28. And then that's it. You're going to sit in free agency for the rest of your career being a practice squad player. And that sucks for them, but that's just what happens now. And you know, a lot of people asked about like the Saquon thing too.
That's what I'm about to say. Saquon's
situation is weird because he's been hurt most of his career, but when he's on, and nobody's questioning that. But the thing, like a lot of people will say, well, I think Saquon's better than Christian McCaffrey. And I'm like, well, you got to pump your brakes there. Christian McCaffrey got like 85% of the offensive snaps with the Panthers, which is fucking unheard of.
Yeah.
Usually running backs are like 65, 70% if they get utilized a lot. So you're telling me a dude that used to get hurt almost every year for the Panthers that got utilized 85% of the time was expected to stay healthy. But then when he went to San Francisco, did he get hurt at all? Nope, because they knew how to utilize him. So that's the difference between him and
everything
Saquon.
too. He does everything.
And that's the difference between him and Saquon right there. It's like when you put him in an offense where he gets utilized and he gets a little healthier, he's going to be fucking dangerous because, you know what I'm saying? Kyle Shanahan knows how to use him. Saquon doesn't stay healthy enough. So I don't even blame the Giants by putting him on a 1-year deal. It's like, yeah, we played Daniel Jones because he won games without you. Regardless how everybody feels, you weren't there and his wide receivers were not healthy and he still won games. So who do we trust more? The guy that we can possibly draft another quarterback or more receivers and maybe he'll get better, or maybe we're going to bank on paying you all this money and you might get hurt on week 3 and you might not be available for the rest of the season. Does history repeat itself? You know what I'm saying? So
I got a question for you. I got a question for you, Dante. Now, is it official about that new rule change about the RPO and handing it off in front of the quarterback?
I don't think so. I don't know how they would do that because you got to think about rules like that are going to have a trickle down effect even in college, especially at the D1 level, because they're running it so much that when you draft a running back that runs RPO or runs a lot of option and stuff like that, that's why they change it so much in the NFL now. That's why they started incorporating it because a lot of the running backs have already run in that system. That's why people like, you know, what's his name with Philadelphia now?
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. Well, Jalen Hurts and the running back that they just got from the Lions. I forget. DeAndre Swift. Yeah. So he was used to running that at Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to fit right in, and it's going to be dangerous if he stays healthy too. But if they did that, Yogi, it would be like a trickle down effect because then college coaches are going to be like, well, I can't prepare you to be at the next level because that shit is banned now. So it would take away from all their playbooks too. So they got to think about it.
Why do they
want
to take it away? Why are they trying to even mess with it right now? Is it because of Jalen Hurts? Like, what's going on? Like,
there's a lot of stuff with it. I don't like. I will honestly say I don't like what the Eagles did last year with the whole Jalen Hurts at the 1 and then they push him for the first down. That shit is fucking cheesy. You know, if I was a coach right now in high school and it was 3rd and 1 every single time and they just was in a bunch set and pushed their quarterback to the first down, what the fuck? Like, how are we going to stop that? That's it. And first of all, it's annoying and there's no strategy behind it. Just, everybody put a hand on Jalen's back and push him forward.
Push him.
It's like playing Street Fighter and pushing the one button.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh yeah,
I did that. I did that. Shit. We ran that shit a Little League football.
I remember when Teddy.
We did too.
I remember when the Patriots were doing their thing when they had Teddy Bruschi and Teddy Bruschi was diving over the the line. They need to just start doing that, diving, jumping over the line and getting the quarterback. I don't know if they can do it.
They can't do that anymore either. They can't jump over the line like that anymore.
So they can't even do that. Oh, so it's unstoppable. Then you can't stop them.
and the other thing that makes it unstoppable is because they can't hit like that anymore. So I mean, where am I going to hit the guy in the helmet, and then I'm going to get a targeting call? So it put defensive coordinators in a really bad position to fucking game plan around the Eagles running that shit. It's so every time they ran that shit, I want to roll my fucking eyes because I know they're better than that. They could have just ran a RPO or like an option play real quick, and Jalen could have took it for the first down. They would have got it anyways, but like it gives you no strategy. It's like, all right, they're gonna bunch up now. Okay, you know their offensive line is the best in the National Football League. The Eagles have the best offensive line.
Definitely.
They're just going to push him and then push Jalen Hurts, and he's a big dude too. The dude squats like 650 pounds.
Yo, I'm so salty about that, man. Like we should have had Jalen Hurts should be a Minnesota Viking quarterback right now.
Oh, I'm wearing my Jalen Hurts shirt right now, bro. I tweeted that. I was like, remember who loved you first before you went to the Eagles, bro.
We should have drafted Patrick Mahomes. We should have drafted Joe Burrow. We should have drafted Jalen Hurts. We should have drafted Lamar Jackson. We should have drafted all these quarterbacks.
And we still playing with Kirk Cousins.
I'll tell you one thing that the Eagles fans hate y'all for is them drafting Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, they come at me all the time.
Rager instead of him. Bro, they're still mad about that shit.
And we got Jalen Rager. Why do we have Jalen Rager, y'all?
He's still on the team?
Yep.
Yeah.
Still on the team.
He's about to get traded to the my sources tell me he's going to get traded to the Jaguars.
For a first-round pick?
Nah, I'm just fucking.
You love them first-round picks.
God damn, yo.
Hey, Mike want a first-round pick.
Tonight, dog. I don't want that motherfucker, bro. Every time we get somebody, they trade him away too. Like, I love LaVisca. Yo, let me tell you the funniest story, Yogi. I was doing a graphic on stream. Like, I was doing a LaVisca Chenault graphic because I still think to this day he didn't get a fair shot with the Jaguars. And I had his jersey in the cart, dog. The next day he got traded. I said, these motherfuckers, bro. And then we traded DJ Chark. Bruh, I'm still pissed about that shit. Fan? Yeah, I'm a Jags fan.
They got a Super Bowl?
Fuck no.
Oh, all right, so they're in the same boat with us.
We've been to two AFC championships and lost both times.
Yeah, we've been to 4 Super Bowls and lost all 4, so it ain't worse than that.
Hey, it ain't worse than the Bills. They lost 4 of them shits in a row.
Yeah, that's I remember. I don't know how that happened. How does that happen? Like, what happened? I gotta watch the games to see what happened. That's terrible. Yeah, absolutely terrible.
Do you think the Jaguars would ever potentially be a London team?
I think logistically it'll be a fucking nightmare. Because how many teams would? So let's say the Rams played them. You don't think the Rams players right now would be like, God damn, I got to be on a plane for like, what is that, 26 hours from California?
Yeah.
And they would never be healthy enough or be alert enough to even play in that game. I mean, it's cool. It's like if you plan ahead and do it, but I mean, you know how the schedule makers would be. It'll be like, okay, the Rams played on Sunday night. They already had to travel to Baltimore, and then they go back home, and then they got to play that next Thursday in London. Because that's how the NFL has set it up.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, if I was on the Rams, I'd lose my fucking mind. I'd be like, there's no way I'm going to sit on a plane and have jet lag and everything before this game and then get shit talked about me on Monday morning on ESPN or NFL on ESPN. That ain't no fucking way. And then I don't know how logistically they will handle it for the NFL too. Like they might as well. This is what I think should happen, and I think the XFL is kind of going to be that way for them soon. But I think the NFL Europe should be for everybody that goes undrafted or anybody that's left in the draft should go there for those teams. And then you have some of your veterans too that like Chad Henne, for example. Chad Henne goes over there and goes plays for him, right? But how those teams come over, they basically do like a city swap. So let's say you guys are the Minnesota Vikings, but you guys have a affiliate team in
like a D League, like the basketball.
Like Germany, and they're like the Germany Knights or something like that. If the Germany Knights end up winning the championship, they get relegated and come over, but it's just those players get the first choice to be on the Vikings. And then that gives the GMs like, all right, this is a developmental league. We got a badass quarterback, and now he's eligible for us to go and grab since they won the championship. That shit would be interesting. And then it would also keep a lot of pressure on like sending a guy over during the season when he's already getting his ass beat in another league, and then the whole travel and all that. You do it after the season and see who you can pull up. But they don't have developmental leagues like that nowadays. They had the XFL, but they play in the spring and then gotta come to and play in the NFL right after, bro. Their bodies are still fucking beat up. I mean, it's a great opportunity. All of us here, if we were still playing football and we were in the XFL and somebody called us and was like, yo, come play our team, we're going to be like, hell yeah, I'm healthy as shit. I broke my leg, but I'm good. We'll be pulling the Terrell Owens
playing running back, too. I'm running back.
But it's unfair to them, too, because it's not baseball. I mean, it's not. It's a very physical sport. So, but that's what I think they should have NFL Europe, and then have those teams be an affiliate team for one team in the NFL, and in the offseason, when things happen, you go and grab your players that you want there. You send your players over there that you want to develop more. Like, for example, like a Jalen Naylor. Y'all already saw it a little bit, but you're like, he needs a little bit more tweaking, but he'll be the starting receiver over there. Go to Germany, play for the Germany Knights, get him developed, and then you can snatch him back when the season's over. That shit would be dope. I mean, like if Ivan Pace, like, I mean, you guys know how I feel about Ivan Pace, but I know Ivan Pace is a really good player. He has the intangibles to be good. I just don't think he's ready right now. Perfect player to go to an affiliate team and just fucking tear it up. And then you guys would be confident and knowing like, oh shit, you look at the stats. Oh damn, yeah, he led in tackles there. Bring his ass over. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have anything like that now. It's just people are grabbing in free agency and drafting by chance of what we see in college. There's no middle. It's college and then NFL.
Even the Major League Baseball,
and get your body beat up.
Even MLB. I mean, they got double, then they got triple, and then they got the Major League Baseball. Same with basketball, they got the G League. So NFL needs to have something. It need to have a middle. You're right. I think that's a great idea. You might need to say something, man. You'll be a multi-billionaire right now, brother. You might need to bring something to the attention of somebody.
So what I would do, I would have 8 teams in Europe. Each team be affiliated with each division of Lions, Vikings, Bears.
Oh, okay.
Packers. Those 4 teams have one team and do a waiver. So like, let's say such and such player X is real good and is ready to come to the NFL, and there'd be a waiver wire.
That's dope. Yep.
A waiver wire for. Then we have, a little bit of some waiver wire. Boom. Then the next player up. Then the next team gets to get that player. I think that. And you
there needs to be a developmental league for sure. Yes. And then if the NFL wants to make more money, I mean, did you guys see the turnout during the Germany game in London every fucking year? They sell out every single time.
Oh yeah.
They're screaming for something like that. And if you had, let's say that,
idea, man.
Well, imagine this. We got Thursday and Sunday games and Monday night games. I would say fucking screw the Thursday night games for the NFL. We all know that sucks for players. They hate it.
Yes.
Sunday and Mondays are for the NFL. Saturdays for college. Fridays for high school. And Thursday, all day Thursday, is all NFL Europe games. And everybody's got a team that's an affiliate team, and we can all watch it and all be excited for our affiliate team over there. And the NFL will make a ton of money. I don't know why they haven't done that shit yet. Yeah. Just stop trying to compete with yourself. That's what they're doing. It's like we have NFL Europe. Remember when they did that shit? But it's they're like competing with themselves, and it was weird. But the best way to do it is create your own league and say, this is our affiliate league. Work with the XFL and the USFL and say that these are 3 steps up, and then you get to come to the NFL Europe, try out there, and then bam, you get to come over to the NFL if you're really that guy. People that are really good will fucking stand out. Like, oh, yeah. I mean, it just is what it is. We see it in college sports every single year. Bijan Robinson went 9th overall as a running back. That's unheard of. We don't see that anymore. They always go in the second round now.
Rare.
But he was really good, and people wanted him. It'll happen the same way with the NFL Europe, but it's just without the risk, So
you'll know a little bit more.
Well, I honestly think rookie contracts are bullshit too. Just overall. Because you're forcing teams to compete with themselves too on, okay, we drafted, let's say Jaren Hall was our first round pick for you guys. Oh, fuck, we got to dump so much goddamn money into Jaren Hall. What if he's a sure bet, a home run hitter, but then he breaks his leg week 6, and we can't use him ever again. That sucks for a team. They got to pay him the rest of that contract. And there's a lot of guaranteed contracts going around. Like Bryce Young just got a fully guaranteed contract with the Panthers. Who knows? I mean, people know that he was good in college, but who really knows if he's going to be their Lord and Savior? You know what I'm saying?
Matt Corral.
And Matt Corral. Yeah, you know how I feel about Matt Corral. But if you had, I don't like the rookie contracts, but if you had like an NFL Europe team, all your first round picks, all your draft picks go to the European League, and you really see what they're about, because they're going to be playing other NFL players, right? Because you could send them down there.
Yeah.
So the Bijan Robinsons, are you worth the $26 million in 2 years? Oh shit, Bijan Robinson led in yards and touchdowns. Hell yeah, pull him up the next year. You think Falcons fans would be more excited about that, or would they be excited about right now on a chance that this guy is going to be good? Yeah, it's all exciting. He was the best running back, but like you're still back there, like, oh man. That's like with Jordan Addison for you guys. It's like, damn, we already seen him. He got the speeding violation. Shit, is he really gonna be around? You know what I'm saying? It's risky. That's what it is. But if you went to NFL Europe and light it up, and you guys went to go grab him, you guys would be way more excited about that, because you're gonna be able to see the capabilities.
The only thing about the running backs, like, we know they're disrespected, so I don't know if they would be willing to do that. They gotta get their money when they can get it. You know what I mean? So if they go to Europe League and they mess around and get hurt, it's a wrap.
Well, the argument to that is they're all the top players in college. Jordan Addison got paid $2 million to come to USC. He was going to stay his ass in Pittsburgh. USC offered him $2 million to come across the country and play for them. Yeah, the NIL has totally wiped that out now too.
So he always had money then. Dang.
He went to Bolitnikov, and then NIL kicked in place, and then Lincoln Riley and them was like, "What? How do we get the best wide receiver in college football to come over?" $2 million, and they built a house for his family or something too. It was crazy.
We could almost do the NFL Europe draft from college players, then a draft from the Europe to the NFL.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that is the official NFL draft, because what those guys actually did against other pros now. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. We don't have that right now. And we're leaving the Jalen Ragers being drafted number 1 overall and being ass for the Eagles. And then them regretting that they should have got, Justin Jefferson.
What do we owe the Eagles? What do we owe the Eagles? Because don't we owe them? What did we give for Jalen Rager? What round? What did we give up to get Jalen Rager?
I think it was like a 5th round pick or something.
Oh, it was that? Okay.
Yeah,
all right,
it was
good.
something small.
That ain't bad. All right, good. Because that guy, man. What's your opinion on Dave Flowers? Is he pretty? What's your opinion on? I thought he was really good. Like,
what was he? 82 on the sliders.
Yeah, he was 82.
If you guys haven't checked out Sliders shows, be sure to go to East Coast Gridiron. I think he was if I remember correctly, 82 on the slide.
82 out of 100, man.
Yeah.
It was actually him, Charlie Jones, and Josh Downs all scored an 82, but all for different reasons. And the highest one was JSN. He had a 96 out of 100. Jackson Smith and Jigba is that motherfucking dude. Like, I'm telling you right now. But Zay Flowers is interesting because he's athletic. He's an athletic freak. He's a great fucking route runner. He's like that dude that you look at in real life and you're like, this dude gonna be a monster. And then a throw gets made and he's wide open and he drops that shit.
Oh, damn.
That's Zay Flowers. It's like, damn, you'd be mad nice if you could actually wide receive the fucking ball. That's Zay Flowers to me. I like him, man.
Okay.
He's tough as fuck too, but it's hard to evaluate him because he played at fucking Boston College and he saved their ass out of a lot of situations as well. But I literally watched this dude when I watched 5 or 6 Boston College games last year, like in depth watching him. And there was like 3 or 4 times that it was a screen pass. He's just standing there. Quarterback throws it to him and he drops it. I'm like, dude, you knew this ball was coming to you because this is designed. A bubble screen is designed to come to you. As soon as you take that first step and come back, you're the intended receiver. So I don't know. I don't know if he can improve on that. It's like, to me, I don't know if you can fix a wide receiver's catching ability because he's always been like that his whole life. Just like I'm not a big fan of changing a quarterback's throwing motion. They've been throwing like that their whole life.
Right.
Most of the problems that come are up here. It's not with their arm. Their arm got them by enough to be where they are. That's why I'm not a big fan of like when
Kirk
Anthony
Cousins.
Richardson. Yeah.
Nah, man, stop hating on Kirk. Kirk is the
like
best quarterback right now.
Yeah, like Anthony Richardson, for example, huge fucking arm, hit the top of the ceiling. But if everybody knows, there's a quarterback every year that does that. But they over glorified this dude because he's the next. He's tall, he's big, he's the Cam Newton type of dude.
I hate that shit.
He's not cerebral at all. He lost them more games at Florida than won. I don't understand why people think he's so fucking good.
I hate that. I hate that comparing us to Cam Newton and shit. Like
Cam Newton won. He won national championships twice.
Yes, everywhere he been, he was a winner. Like
yes.
Like
what the only Cam Newton type of player that I see is Joe Milton from Tennessee, and we only saw a sliver of that last year. What he was like, but that dude is big, and it's funny. And Yogi, you probably seen the reports. It was like 2 weeks ago. There was a report on NFL Scouts that said the NFL Scouts are comparing Joe Milton to the next Cam Newton and the next Anthony Richardson. I'm like, man, I called that shit like 3 months ago. Stop reading my paper, dog. I see this. But yeah, I think Joe Milton, as long as he can, be good at Tennessee, I think all the hype is deserved for him. And that's the guy that you guys should look at. I know Anthony Richardson. If that dude, Jonathan Taylor, actually gets traded, they're fucked. Yeah. Especially him. That's going to be terrible for his development because you know how much a good running back can save your ass.
Right. Running back makes some of these quarterbacks.
See, in a perfect world, Vikings will draft a quarterback in the first round next year, and we trade back up in the first round and get Cooper Beebe. Yeah. That's in Yogi's perfect world.
We're going straight D-Hop for first round pick, so we'd be all right.
Can I ask y'all a question, man? And I tend to see this a lot, and I think winning and losing comes down to a lot of different factors. But the Anthony Richardson thing bothered me a lot last year. And Yogi, you've seen me talk about this countless times. It bothered the fuck out of me because, like I said, he lost them a lot more games than he should have won, and none of that talent really showed in any of the games that they played. If he was so good, they should have won the SEC, been competing with Georgia for the number 1 spot. That's just how I feel. Wait, he was the 4th overall pick and barely did shit? So why do we think we evaluate players based off all their intangibles instead of people that win games like Matt Corral, who didn't turn the ball over against Alabama, did everything for Ole Miss to try to win that game against Alabama, and that wasn't his fault. But we don't hype up that guy. That guy that actually played in a bowl game with his teammates and actually ended up getting hurt. But we want to say these guys should play him. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't make sense to me, but I don't know. I just want y'all take on that. Like, why do we think we do that?
Every time I bring up Matt Corral, people think I'm crazy, but that's just
dude was a fucking baller, bro. Yeah. I don't care what nobody says, man.
I
told you that's the highest. That's the highest quarterback I rated since Andrew Luck, bro. And people said that's a hot take. Go watch him at Ole Miss, bro. He's a fucking demon.
Matt Corral.
Who did he come out with?
He went to the Panthers last year.
No, I'm saying his draft class, the quarterbacks.
Who else was in there?
Why am I drawing a blank on that right now?
The dude from Liberty,
Malik Willis.
But that draft class was kind of horrible though, for real.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised.
And he ended up getting hurt in the bowl game, which hurt his draft stock too.
Yeah.
And then
that probably what it was then. But
and he beat up somebody's son in college too, or in high school, and they were like holding that against him too.
You say he did what?
He beat up somebody's son in high school, and they were like pulling that out their ass too.
Damn.
Who the fuck did he beat up? Hold on, I need to find this shit. Was funny when I read that shit. I'm like, y'all really using that against Matt Corral?
But to answer your question, Dante, I think it's more like
Wayne Gretzky's son.
Those could be deceiving. You know what I mean? These quarterbacks that are 6'6", looking like they Andre the Giant. You know what I mean? They got a strong arm. Doesn't really mean anything if you can't really produce. Just kind of like looking at someone like they're big, but they can't fight. You know what I'm saying? They're big for nothing. So And a small quarterback like a Drew Brees can come into the NFL and put up these numbers. You know what I mean? So looks can be deceiving. Like, I think they just want that look. But just because you look like you're going to do something doesn't mean you're going to do something.
Well,
that's why they hyping up Drake May.
Check down.
They're hyping up Drake May.
Drake May's gonna look fucking terrible this year.
They're
if I'm
hyping
right,
him up.
You already know, bro. I'm not gonna let that shit down if him and Caleb look mid this year.
Right. So they just hyping up what they look like physically, man. I mean, they're not like what, I don't know when Drew Brees got drafted, and I don't know exactly how short he is, but I remember they were saying, oh, he was struggling with the who was he on before the Saints? What team was
Chargers.
He on? The Chargers. And he just couldn't get it because he was short, and he kept on throwing it to the line, defensive tackle or whatever, and he's too short to win or whatever.
To be fair with Drew Brees, though, Drew Brees was barely 6 foot, but people forgot
that's not that short.
It's not, but when you look at him playing, he's like this throwing the ball. You're like, oh shit, 6 foot is really fucking short too. The thing about him with the Chargers that people forgot, and Yogi, you might remember this, man. When he was with the Chargers, he had a really bad shoulder injury, that he battled through, and it was to the point where like his shoulder popped like on top of like the bone or something, and people are like, he's not going to respond from that very well. They even told him to quit and retire football, and Sean Payton was like, his last year with the Chargers up to that point, he was like playing incredible. And even LaDainian Tomlinson was like, man, that's my boy. We had a lot of chemistry. I would hate to see him go. And he kind of semi-retired. And then Sean Payton called him and was like, do you think you can still play? And he was like, yep, I got the surgery. I'm feeling good. And he took a chance on Sean Payton or on Drew Brees. Then he ended up just being a baller from there on
that point on.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He's not the tallest. He ain't the tallest. He ain't the biggest. It's just, can he play? That's all I care about. I don't care about these quarterbacks, huh?
He had the it factor. He won a lot.
And he had the swag. He had the swag. He had the it factor. I don't care about he's 6'5". He's 280 pounds or whatever. I don't care about none of that. Can he play? That's
why Bryce Young's gonna be good with the Panthers, man.
Right.
People hate him because of his size.
I'm hoping Bryce Young is good with the Panthers, and the Vikings go get Matt Corral for a 4th round pick. But I'm throwing that out in the universe. And hey, I know you guys got to get ready for that boxing match that's about to hop on. Does anybody have any last words before they go watch some boxing?
And subscribe to them channels. Subscribe to everybody channel on here.
Yep, check out East Coast Gridiron, In the Zone podcast, Purple Rain 247, and Mike Sports Vibes. Thanks for vibing with me.
Thank you for vibing with the bull. You already know the vibes. You know how we doing things. Let's go. Let's go get a Super Bowl in 2023. Kirk Cousins is my quarterback until he's not my quarterback.
Hey, man, it's always fun, fellas. Appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you sending in.
All right, y'all.
All right. Everybody have a good night.
All right.
You too.
See you guys.